Okay.
It's just, so yeah, like I said, you have drama, comedy, love,
Okay.
um, a little bit of this suspense.
Well, suspense.
Yeah,
Okay, suspense is good.
have you on your toes.
Have me on what's
Oh
those?
yes.
Or when can we look for that?
Hopefully in the next couple of months.
Next
You
couple
can
of months.
actually be a fan on Facebook at Our Ordinary Lives.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, like the page. That way you can keep up with what we're doing
Okay.
on a weekly basis as
Okay.
far as still shots and video. And the trailer should be coming out soon.
And you told me something really interesting earlier about when you wrote your first screenplay.
I wrote my first screenplay in December
December of what?
2010.
2010. December of 2010. And
I sat on the couch and something just said, just start writing. And I started writing. It took me 6 months.
And what is this one?
Our Ordinary Lives,
This
yeah.
is when you wrote in 2000.
And my sister Bianca Ray, hey BB, she couldn't make it today.
What's up, BB?
She's the co-writer.
Okay.
And I put her on it, and we got together every night for 6 months. We collaborated, and we came out with an awesome story.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
Is this the only project you're working on right now?
No, I'm also working on a short called Sunshine.
Sunshine.
It's deep.
Can you give us a little bit about what Sunshine
I'm going
is?
to give you a little. It's deep. It's
Okay.
really deep. The actors and actresses for this film will really have to go somewhere they've never been before
Okay.
to pull this off.
Okay.
It's about a family tragedy. That's all I'm going to say.
It's a family tragedy.
Yes.
Okay, you got us on the edge of the seat with that one.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Sunshine.
When you look to have that out.
Next couple of months.
Next couple of months
before the
also?
year's over with. Yeah,
so
I'm
that
gonna
was
have
already-
2 films under my belt for the year of 2011.
And it's not even December 2011
I
yet.
know it.
Not
I'm
even
so
a year
ready,
yet.
yeah.
So you're making moves out here. Okay, you doing any acting now?
I haven't been doing it in my own film, Our Ordinary Lives.
Oh, you also.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm featured in it, and I'm doing the cover song to it. I had to put all my talents that I had in it. So.
And you getting on me about asking you to sing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You did a cover
yeah.
song.
Well, y'all
for
will
me.
hear me if you come to the premiere.
Okay.
We're gonna blast that, promote that. Everybody's gonna know about Our Ordinary Lives by the time it's time for the premiere.
Okay. So getting the cast ready for Our Ordinary Lives. What process did you take? Were you just
Let me tell you, this was my process.
okay? Let me hear about your
I
process.
was just sitting there writing, and as I was writing, I have a lot of friends in the acting business,
Mhm.
from networking and just friends. And as I was writing, I already had the characters of who I wanted to play certain characters.
Mm.
And so when I asked them, and I sent them the script, let them read it, and asked them to be on board, they loved it. They were like, "We're on. We're doing this."
Is that?
Yeah, and that's how I got my whole cast, my whole entire cast.
Is that tough? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Outside of the acting that you're doing in your own thing and the writing, are you doing anything else? You working on anything else?
Yes, I'm getting ready to open up a cake pop business. Cake pop is cake on a stick.
Cake pop.
Yeah, it's gonna be called.
I'm trying to imagine cake pop.
It's cake in a ball
On
on
a
a
ball.
stick. Looks like a lollipop, but
Mhm.
it's cake, and they are so good.
Really?
Yes, I do like 20 to 30 different flavors.
Did you bring some today?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I'll have to do
come
it for
on,
you
you
next
killing
time.
us.
Yes. I have
Cake
20 to
pops.
30 different flavors. I'm going to actually get my commercial and website up for that.
Okay. Like what kind of flavors do you have?
Cookies and cream, M&M, Reese's,
And you're
chocolate,
opening
strawberry.
that here in Atlanta?
Yeah,
Where at?
not sure
Not-
yet.
not
Out
sure
my
yet?
kitchen.
Out your
Mhm.
kitchen?
Yeah.
All right. Coming to a kitchen near you.
Yeah.
So you can get that cake pop.
Cake pops.
Now I think about it, I think I might have had something similar to that when I was in New York.
What was it?
Maybe at Starbucks, maybe before.
Probably yes. Starbucks does sell them, but they don't sell them. They don't make them like I make them, baby.
They're not tequila.
Yeah, they don't.
They're
They
not
don't make them
tequila
like I
pops.
make them.
Got a
They
little
don't have the
soul.
flavors I have. They don't put the ingredients that I do. I had for Mother's Day, a guy called me from Las Vegas,
Really?
and I had to ship him some to Las Vegas. I was so excited about it. Mhm.
Wow. So it's doing good.
Yeah,
then.
it's doing good.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
paying some bills.
And we can, if people out there wanted to order some cake pops now.
If you wanted to order some cake pops now, just email me at KenaWena, which is KENAWENA 98 at hotmail.com. You can also see pictures of them on Facebook to Kena Smith. That's TEKENA Smith.
All right, cake pops to Keena Smith, man.
Yes.
All right, we're going a little bit backwards. How did you get started in What was first? What came first? Was acting first? Was singing first?
No, I'm the oldest of 5 girls, so it was 5 of us.
Imagine that household, huh?
Hmm. And we sang. We were called the Ray Girls because that's
Wow.
our last name, our
Really?
father's last name. And we sang around the country. We sang in front of some great people, Roger and Zapp, TLC.
How old were you when that was going on?
From like 5 years old on up to like I was 19.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually got to open up for Tupac. That was a big thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why not music?
I think the music business for me, it was just too much.
What do you
And
mean too much? I
feel-
mean, you have the look.
Yeah,
you got
I don't
the
know.
voice.
I think I got distracted also, and I was like, I just got too many talents. I don't know what to do with half these talents, man. So I
I
stopped
have that problem
singing.
too.
Yeah. So and now I'm acting. Yep.
Acting and writing.
Acting and writing.
Besides that, anything else to look for in the future besides Sunshine and Our Ordinary Lives?
Oh, look to more.
Are you
movies.
currently writing right now?
Yeah, I'm always writing.
Always
So
writing.
I always look for more coming from Takina because I stay busy.
Stay busy.
You stay
All right,
busy.
that's a good way to be. Skina, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you
And
for having me.
Cake Pops.
Cake Pops.
Later.
Teak Teak's Love Cakes is what they're called.
TT Love Cakes.
Yes.
I'll be looking forward to them.
All right.
All right. Where we at, Rio?
We're in Wacky Land.
We're in Wacky Land, man. Tell me a little bit about Wacky Land. What we got going on over here?
Half of the time, when I do my art, I just zone out. Anytime it's more of a spiritual thing. It's not like I'm zoning out into nothingness. It's just a lot of imagery in my mind, a lot of noise, a lot.
So when I look at this, I see a clown sitting on flowers. Now tell me what you see while you're doing this.
I see wings, flowers. I'm gonna tell you more so what I'm thinking about on a verbal level, because it's not so much imagery.
Okay.
I see the word tattoo, flower, word, green, orange, lowrider, odd, wacky, sad, love. I see those words. I dealt with this is what came out of it.
That's deep, man. Let me you get a stopping point. Let me stand up and let the audience get a little better look at that, man. I see the wacky. I see the odd. I'm looking for the orange. I'm not seeing the orange.
And I'm still getting reception.
You getting it?
What's up here?
Yeah, up here. Yeah, which is beautiful, by the way.
No doubt.
Definitely, you could take a seat. Are you doing both legs or just one leg?
Just one. When it comes to my art, it's been inspired by just about everything you can think of, but mainly comedies, horror movies, anime, comic books.
Favorite comedy?
My favorite comedy, my favorite comedian would probably be Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, it's classical, man.
Yeah.
So you don't have a favorite comedy and your favorite comedian, Eddie Murphy? Coming to America.
Okay, well, it's so many. I like
Coming to America.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Coming to America. That's Nutty Professor is funny too. It's a lot though, because it's not like that. I only kind of shorten myself down to a small list of comedians. I like a lot of comedians, and then I like a lot of their work. So it's like hard to like pick one when I'm thinking.
Some contemporary comedians,
Okay,
man.
yeah,
Life was a funny one. That's your personal favorite.
No, it was a dark comedy.
That Life.
I thought it was kind of sad.
It might be a little bit too political for us to get into that on this one, but some contemporary comedians, man, that you like, man. Who you like doing their thing now? This comedian.
Paul Mooney.
That's classic too. Paul Mooney's a funny guy, man. And I might be stepping a little bit out of the box, but I like Will Ferrell, man. Will Ferrell's hilarious, man. Will Ferrell's hilarious.
Kevin Hart. Like, Kevin Hart makes me laugh. Like, some people you just snicker. And ha ha ha. But Kevin Hart make my stomach hurt.
I agree, man. Yeah. Seriously Funny was a classic, man. That one was a classic.
No doubt.
You said I can see the anime and your art. You a big fan of anime, man?
Very, very big fan of anime, hentai.
Are we allowed to say that on here? He said anime.
Yeah. But I mean, once again, that's another genre. It's just like all sorts. Like, for me to pick my favorite one, we'll be standing here for a second. And I don't want to draw that blank, but it's pretty much.
Take it back. Ghost in the Machine, man.
Okay, Ghost in the Machine. A good one. Ninja Scroll.
That's
a good one.
There's so many question marks on the other end of that camera. They're like, what? They're Googling right now. What is Ghost in the Machine?
I'm telling you, Google it.
Yeah, Google it for real. That's the deal.
They're dope. Okay, the rest of it would be, I guess, horror movies. I don't guess y'all would see that in this. Maybe the stitched up clown mouth, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I can see that, man. We just want to kind of get a picture of what goes through your head, man, because, at first glance, people might not be able to tell, man, and I want you to kind of, like, walk us to how you get there and what goes on, man, in the mind of Riel Sarah, man. Well, because that's something that we don't touch on, how artists get to where what we see,
Right. Well, boredom stems a lot of my great work. Just boredom. Like, I'm bored with everyday life. I don't mean to sound real mean, but I'm bored with everything. I'm bored with human beings. I'm bored with cars and trains and buses and sky, and I just want to see something totally different from everything that I look at, and that boredom makes me want to go think, okay, what else could there be out there? Because honestly, there's no such thing as a make-believe anything. Anything you think of in your mind, you can create it. You can find a way to create it. Any single solitary thing in the world. I don't care how strange and crazy it might sound. A dragon, unicorn, ice cream cone headed, whatever. If it's something crazy that you thought of, it can definitely be brought over here.
So if I give you something like the wildest, craziest thing I can think of, you can fill that other leg up.
Well, y'all gonna have me painting all night.
Hey, that's what artists do, baby.
All right, throw me something real fast.
Let's see. I'm thinking. I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna take the Riel Sarah approach. I'm just gonna throw some words out there, and then you.
Okay, cool.
Monkey. Cat. Blue. Orange. Sky. And frog. I'm done.
All right.
and we'll check that out later. All right, man.
All right. Hey, now he said that.
King Parker Entertainment. What's up, man? I like them glasses. They're real fly.
Well, I just, I'm glad to be here. And he was talking about Eddie Murphy. And I like Rio looking at the backside of his head and his backside. But if he slide over just a little bit so I can take a look at that gal. Praise Jesus.
So
you go to have a church home, honey. You do now. What are you saying, son? Go ahead.
You threw me off, man, because they told me I was going to be interviewing Obama.
Yeah, you want to talk to Obama, President Obama?
I think I want to speak. Y'all want to hear the president? I think I want to hear the president.
Well, okay, we got to ask the question. What question you want to ask President Obama? So we got him back here.
Something I want to ask Obama. What is going on with the economy, man?
I tell you, when you look at what's been transpiring in the economy, it's been very difficult for me to engage the people of America in a way. You see, the bottom line is this: the Tea Party has really inculcated us with a lot of filth and flam, a lot of hoodwinking and bamboozling, being led astray and run amok. And 403 years ago, our founding fathers brought, because friends, Romans, and countrymen. I'm sorry, I just got a little caught up there with the speeches, but I don't know.
That Obama was right on point, and it's not just because the last part. Nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
What else you got for me before we get into this, man? Who else you got?
He was talking about the clumps. So I was at TBN, one of my boys, pastors, and I grew up in church, played organ and all that stuff. So I said it'd be real funny if you had the clumps being interviewed by T.D. Jakes on TBN. what that would be like. And Jay Moss was there. But Jay Moss is a friend of some folks I know because I played music with some cats I know out of Detroit. And so he kept listening to the crap I was doing in the back, and they're like, "Are we getting this on camera?" I said, "I hope not." So I start off this way. Everybody, we want to thank you for coming out to TBN tonight. We have a wonderful family. Because God knows that when you get ready, you talk about family, and that's all you have. We have the clumps. Cleveland, can y'all do something about that? Because Isaac Love Taco was blessed the last time that Benny Hinn laid hands on him and prayed for him. Mama, you need to stop talking about all that stuff about Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn is my pastor. I love Benny Hinn. He is wonderful, wonderful
Mama
people.
Clump.
I don't want to be here. Can we get up and go get some pork chop or something? I mean, why the whole time we got to come over here and talk to all these people? Bishop PWJ, I don't care about no Bishop PWJ. I want to go eat. Is this it open yet? That's what we came to Atlanta for. This is it.
And that's the best introduction that we could possibly. We've seen the Clumps, Obama, and we've seen Eddie Murphy, all of it, man. You tell us a little bit about who you are, though.
I still don't know who I am.
You don't know who you are? Man, there's a lot of people out there.
Let's see. I grew up in Gary, Indiana. So everybody check your wallets. I think I got everybody's in my pocket. Played music at church. My first, actually, it's funny because I'm kind of doing things full circle. Back when I was in 4th, 5th grade, I wrote this script. I said, I can't say what it is because I'm actually going to redo it. But the guy who was the janitor in my school was a production guy. He worked in a lot of stuff in Chicago area, in Northwest Indiana. And he said, this kid has this idea for a script to make it a radio show. And his producer said, okay, yeah, that's real cool. Let me see it. Laughing it off, and all of a sudden, next thing I know, the newspaper shows up at our house. One of the Chicago stations shows up like, here's this kid who's 11 years old, has this script that's like, wow, it's out of this world. So that was my first foray into it. Going to college, I played for the gospel choir. Praise Jesus, and may pray for everybody who needed somebody to play for him in the black church. So that's a whole nother story.
And never did any comedy.
What's funny is I would host things, and actually my biggest break, I was playing for this non-denominational church out in Seattle, Washington, and the pastor's son saw me do this impersonation of him. Now he's this white guy with bleached blonde spiked hair, and he's watching this. And so he had like 2,500 members. We had everybody coming in, every major minister, pastor around the country. Everybody on TBN came there. And the green room was right by my door. So this one particular night, his spiritual father was there, this guy out of Ohio by the name of Rod Parsley. And so all these pastors from Seattle, a couple of my old pastor friends were there, and they were like, and he turns around and he says, I heard you been telling jokes about me. And I'm still in Oregon playing the outro. I'm like, dude, don't do that. I said, I'm from Gary. When you challenge me, it's like going to the court. It's on all day, all night. You from New York, so I know. I make sure I get my wallet too.
Got my stuff back.
I got my wallet locked in. All right. And I said, okay, cool. So we had the television cameras rolling. So right there on the camera, I did this deadpan impersonation. So much so that he has 5-year-old son kept looking back and forth between him and me, like.
Didn't know who he was.
No, and his wife crawled up under the seat. Like I have never seen anybody do my husband, even his little dance and everything. So. Yeah, so that all got started back in those days, just, but I never thought to take it seriously, It's like, tell you, especially when you come from a predominantly black community, it's like, what you need to do is go to college, get you a good job.
And you did go to a good college, too.
Yeah, I went to Purdue University, Big Ten, SEC. I know y'all been dominating football as of late, but basketball, we still got it, but football.
Boilermakers.
All the way, baby.
Boilermakers.
And I have a degree, too. I graduated.
And yeah.
I graduated. The only reason why I graduated is because the fraternity I was going to pledge had thrown somebody through a window, so they were kind of suspended by the time it was time for me to sign up to pledge. Yeah.
So you graduate from Purdue.
Yep.
Take us to what happens after that, man.
Man, it's a dotted line. So started off working corporate America, working at 9 to 5. Doing the presentations, getting promoted a little bit, worked in a lot of different. I'm fortunate I worked in a lot of different industries. My background's finance, so very solid in business, corporate finance, and all that kind of thing. So I started off consulting. When I moved here, life changed ever so slightly. That's a whole other story. It's a book. Like everybody, Atlanta kind of changed around a certain time frame.
Yeah.
And so what we thought we were going to get from investment dollars, we didn't get. So we were just like trying to find funds for projects, IT projects, business projects. And then by hook or by crook, hooked up with a buddy of mine who's a phenomenal producer, Steve Vonix. He kind of had an idea to put some concepts in place, do some reality shows and all that stuff. And he just kind of pulled me in, just like, hey, look, I know you know numbers. And so we started doing numbers. And then from that, he was like, you act a little bit, so, work with people every once in a while. And then a good friend of mine on My Coffee had a 12-minute film that she shot. And originally it was going to be kind of like, can you just help kind of, do some blind production work. Then it went from that to, setting up a scene, to running to the store to buy a product, going to come back in and then check the lighting with Corey Reese, who's a photographer, very good videographer. Mm-hmm. I think one of the best in the city, but I'm biased.
Here in Atlanta, right?
Here in Atlanta. Right. Real good brother to know. Try to get him on here.
Definitely get him in next week, man.
Right. And so just kind of working through them, it's like you start realizing there's these talents that you have. Yeah. There aren't talents, they're gifts. Because nothing was taught, didn't go to school for, just kind of just naturally fell into this role. And then a buddy of mine was just like, dude, why aren't you doing comedy? I said, one, I don't think it's going to work. I'm kind of improv. I'm like, I think off the top of my head, I don't have a script. I don't have any. I
personally think that's the best. It's the funniest right there, man. Off the top of the head, the funniest, man.
It's got me in a lot of trouble at church. My mom used to come back in the back. My mom was an older parent.
You in this church, man.
So I was raised old school. I still got whipping marks.
Getting in trouble in church.
Yeah,
man.
She told my boys when she said, oh, down and Dale gave Dale maybe one good whipping. I said, one a day.
Word.
And so she would always come back. We were at National Convention. She said, are you playing tonight, baby? No, I'm not playing, Mom. Okay, then I'm looking for you to be in the back. And don't be back there saying, I'm like, what are you talking about? Don't get started. I would start doing impersonations of everybody. So anyway, kind of fell back into that a little bit, playing for churches and synagogue. Had asked me to play, and I'm like, I'm kind of tired of playing. Yeah. And my boy said, you should do something with it. So one day, one of the guys that comes to this church every once in a while is a guy, real great comedians in the area by the name of Special K. He writes a lot of this stuff for Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Okay. And so my boy says, Dale does all these impersonations. So I go through the Clumps and a little bit of Denzel and Bill Cosby and all this stuff. And he's like, okay. And he says, well, you got to hear him do Barack Obama. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it, whatever. And he says, I'm going to try to get you on Ricky Smiley Show. At least get you on air to do that.
So you've been on.
I was. Like, they called me in one day to do that about back in October, and then a few months ago we were just in the studio, and then Special was like, yeah, that's the guy that did the Obama impersonation. He says, well, what else you got? He kind of puts me on the spot. Says, well, we always do these 1 minute shorts or something, so just do something. Mm-hmm. And off the top of my head, I came with something that was kind of off the top, crazy, and from that, my boy, got in the car with him, Ron Brown, great pastor, great dude here. Gonna get him here too.
Get him in here, man. Yeah. Platform all on.
Right. And so, he kind of said, dude, he said, what are you doing? He said, you work in corporate America, you're doing okay, but, you reached a point where you're ready to do something else in life. Mm-hmm. And you got all this talent, all this gift. You've already made other people boatload of money. Go get your own. I said, okay. So now we started doing some voiceover work at a buddy of mine studio, Soul Asylum Studios here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And so just trying to get some audio tracks together.
And that brings us around to King Park Entertainment.
King Park Entertainment.
King Park Entertainment, man. So you want to tell everybody what King Park Entertainment is about, what you try to do with King Park Entertainment?
Really, the original concept was really just to kind of network with other people in different industries. Mm-hmm. Like I said, more business perspective. Most of the time you see me, I have a sport coat, slack, and shirt on. And from my standpoint,
creative Rex though. Man.
Well, sometimes I had to switch it up because I almost forgot how to go a little bit more darker, a little more urban in my wear.
I got you.
Right? Yeah. When a white dude was pulling up some Eminem, I didn't know what he was playing, and he was just rocking. I said, I need to go back a little bit to my roots.
Got to revisit just a little bit.
Right. So, and I started off just kind of networking with people, and then it's funny is. I was always connecting other people with different people. Hey, do this, do that, do this, and then finally somebody said, "Dude, what do you need?" Just like as of late, I have an anime project. A buddy of mine had a real short, simple concept, and I stayed up all night writing a script and idea for it. And so we're now waiting for an investor to kind of release some funds so we can go ahead and do this incredibly crazy anime concept.
It's
one of those concepts that I went and sat and talked to a cat who's a creative director, has a lot of connections out of Hollywood, doesn't want to tell me everything. Talked to another buddy of mine who has connections with some of the other folks that do stuff, and they said, man, this is crazy, and it's a hunger for it because it's not really been any real serious anime about a decade or so.
You hear that, Mr. Sarah?
So that's my ear was bugging.
Oh yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely. So outside of the anime and all that stuff that's going on, you got anything else you want to let us know about that's coming up?
We got some reality shows we're working on. Got a fitness reality show. So if you are a person who's fit, model, or someone, when I say fit on me, you have to be, trimmed up, all muscle like this. Ooh, look at the shoulders. Ooh, that's wonderful. You have to be like that, but you could be someone who's average and just want to just kind of get back in fitness. Some very serious people know how to do it right. So we're going to use them.
Mr. Dell.
Thank you, sir.
You close it with that Bill Cosby real quick. Go ahead, give me one.
Well, I can't do that because I haven't practiced.
Come on. The pudding pops, man. You got.
Well, you see, when I look at what's going on in Black America, and I just don't understand. Never mind, let me
just
stop.
give me one pudding pop.
Give me one Jello pudding pop. That's good. Yeah. Okay.
Rio. Let me see what you got, man.
All right.
Let me see what you got.
So here we go. Once again,
So what words did I throw at you again?
it was orange, monkey, frog, sky, a couple of other ones.
All right. Let me see that.
All right.
I'm gonna stand up, shut it off.
All right. So you kind of see the sky, and then I threw.
Literally 6 minutes, man. Literally 6 minutes. It took him 6 minutes to do that.
Wow. I didn't even count. I'm glad you was looking. I'm trying to get better at the timing too, so I'm kind of proud of myself.
Slide over just a little bit so everybody can take a look at that.
All right. Well, I guess the orange would be the sun, and then I guess there's the frog. She got a frog foot, and the monkey would be the tail, and the sky would be the sky there. But I kind of just drew like a creature coming out of the clouds on a sunny day, something like that.
I like it, man. Hey, that's exactly what I was thinking. That was the picture in my head right there, man.
Crazy.
So what other projects you got coming up, man?
What I have coming up now is Independent Splash, Reggae Splash, something like that. I forgot it. But it is it has to do with the other different nationality, Caribbean festival thing. And after that, I have oh goodness, I always draw blanks when people ask me what I'm getting ready to do and what I'm doing because I do so much. Let's see.
You need to get your assistant in here and run down that schedule exactly what you got going on.
I'm just artist.
Is Justice here, man? Justice, you wanna come up here? All right, we'll come up here for a second, man. Tell us, come on, man. Let's get Justice up here, man. Come on, this is the other half of it right here. Flesh advertising right there, man.
Right.
Don't be bashful, man. You looking mighty dapper. See you, baby. Justice. Good to see you, man.
All right.
This right here is Flesh advertising, right? This too is the core Flesh advertising right here.
That's correct.
Now, from your point, you would tell me a little bit about what Flesh advertising is all about, man. We heard it from the artist, and let's hear it from the technical side.
Okay. Well, Flesh advertising, as Rio mentioned earlier, we started in 2009. We're a advertising agency that uses body art as a form of advertising. So we work with corporate sponsors, corporations, and any business to help promote your business, but we use our billboard isn't a billboard on a bus or on a wall. It's a human being. That's our canvas. So it's a way to wow people, but also sell products. That's primarily what we do: sell and promote products. Rio is, you can tell, is a phenomenal artist. So for what he does, it works well for advertising any product. Everywhere we go, we like to say if you don't say wow when you see what we've done, then we didn't do our job. And I think I've gotten wows from almost everybody in the room so far. But I hope that y'all enjoy what you see and really support this. It's not I tell people we can be as risque or as conservative as you want to be, depending on your product.
Okay. Now tell me where the idea for Flesh advertising came from. You just drop some paint on your arms, like that's marketable, or what, man?
Well, it's a great story, and I think we should do a movie on it. But me and my partner one day, my day job was an IT guy. I'm an IT tech, and I support lawyers and things like that. But one of my clients and partners, James Walker, we were sitting talking in his office one day, and we were talking about how advertising and creative ways of advertising. And we came up with body art on people, and the idea was a joke at first. Everyone in the office thought it was hilarious. Well, we did too until after lunch when we already had the business set up, a license, everything in order, same day, and we just went for it. I started researching it and finding out how big this genre is. This is global. Actually, this is something we've been doing since the dawn of time. Man has always used body art to do something for war, for tribal reasons, for communicating, for mating, you name it. So it's natural. It's something that we all instinctively have in us to understand and relate to. So we just decided we're going to take it even further and use it as a form of advertising, and that's what we do.
Definitely, man. Let's see, man. Let's get a look. Let's everybody get a look at everything that you got going on here. So I do a full turn from the Phoenix to the frog monkey coming out of the cloud that I thought of, and that's my idea. Don't use it nowhere. Do a little spin right here. Turn to the side. Yeah, man. Got some talent. How many artists do you have under Flesh Advertising now?
Real Sarah is our lead